Ho, ho, ho! Merry Flossmas, everyone! Welcome to my channel. I'm Jessie, and this is Bobo Jessie Stitches, and this is Flossmas number 1. You like my mask? Isn't it silly? I'm not going to wear it the whole time. Well, it's like a proper mask. Look at it. Like, like I can probably wear this out as part of my COVID mask for events and stuff like that. But it's warm. This is a warm mask. This is probably not good for just everyday wearing. How's everyone doing? It's December 1st. Can you believe it? I feel like this week and this month, this year, everything just went by so fast. So welcome. I am obviously going to be doing Flossmas this year. It's tea time Flossmas because of the advent calendars that I have that I open up. And so just so that you are aware, and you saw at the beginning all the 3 boxes of non-stitchy related advents that I'll be opening up. I don't expect to do that opening every single video. That's 2 minutes of you just watching me open boxes. I don't know if that's entertaining, but if it is, let me know and I'll do it. And clearly I don't make the most beautiful little charcuterie trays, but you know, it's about 2:30 actually in the afternoon, so it's perfect time for some tea time. Today's tea, by the way, was a cranberry pie tea, so cheers. It's a little warm for me to eat, so, but just in case you did miss it, I'm doing a Lindt chocolate box. One of my favorite chocolates. Put everything on the floor. This Bonne Maman. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Which is going to be jams and honeys. That one I found at a sale price, so I was super excited about that. And last year I did Adagio teas, which I love. I really appreciate it. But this year I'm going to be doing the Bird and Blend Tea Company just to try different teas this year. And looking forward to all of that. So in terms of stitchy stuff on what I'm going to be doing in dropping things. First one's always the hardest, right? I am going to be doing 2 advent boxes that are stitchy related that I'll be opening up for everyone. So first up is Forbidden Fibers Co.'s Yule Ball. It's a cross stitch mystery SAL. So there's that one. And this is going to be a little hard for me to pull up. But I'm also doing the Nice List from Black Needle Society. You're also seeing me in my giant Udi shirt because that's what I'm wearing today. So let's get going. All right. So number 1, here's number 1, Black Needle Society. Here's a cute little bag on that side. What is it? Oh, how cute. All right, so this is from the Black Needle Society. It says, see, come on, you want to do it. There it goes. So it's a little ornament bob, I guess, of a snowflake. So here's the whole little, it comes with a little wood kit. I'm gonna leave everything in there because there's some screws flopping around in there. And then here's, and then the finishing, oh, I'll take this out of the package. This finishing here is from Lady Dot Creates. It's from Lady Dot Creates, and so here's the ribbon. And there's a little snowflake charm right there. All right. Well, the floss that's called for here is a DMC Étoile C519 and an Étoile Blanc. I do not have those in stash. I only have one Étoile, as far as I'm aware, in stash. So I won't be able to work on this tonight. That's okay. Sorry for the crinkles. Let me get this back inside the little bag so I don't lose it, because that would be sad, wouldn't it? I'm currently in my craft room. It is not done yet. It's still very much a work in progress. And, but I wanted to go ahead and get in here, put my little tree up, and try to start getting comfortable with filming in here. So anyways, oh, that's awesome. That's super cute. I'm looking forward to making that once I find some floss. Although, I guess I could look at my stash, see if I can do a conversion. It doesn't need to be each roll, right? So, all right. So that takes care of that one. And now up is Forbidden Fiber Co's. Now, just to kind of give you a preview of what it looks like. So this is a mystery SAL from Forbidden Fiber Co. So I have 12 envelopes here, and these are the patterns. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to open up the pattern until then. So we're going to start with, but this is a kit, so I assume I will eventually get everything that I need for it. So here's number one for Forbidden Fiber Co. I may adjust this camera so that way it's a little closer. I feel very far away. So, all right, so crinkles, apologies for that for anyone in headphones. And da-da-da-da, here is the fabric. It says fabric. While dreaming up the thread color for this pattern, we wanted to create a fabric with subtle coloring so that it would enhance your project rather than diminish it. We feel like that we were able to do that, just that, with this new colorway, Mythical. So that is that. I think I got a 32 count linen is the package I bought. Yep, that's correct. 32 count linen. More crinkle sounds here. And oh my goodness, I hope that this color comes across. Oh, let me try this. Let me try this. See if I put something white behind it. Does that help enhance the coloring? Isn't that sweet? So it does have hints of purple, purple pink, and green undertones to it. Isn't that just beautiful? So I'm assuming this is the fabric for the project. All right. So what are my plans for Flossmas? What am I going to be sharing with you over the course of these next 25 days? Obviously, every day I'm going to open up an item from each of these two boxes, as well as my non-stitchy related boxes, and enjoy a little tea time with you every day. Put that back in the box so it hangs together. And the plan is to stitch a project from one of these boxes. So depending on when I get things, right? So obviously I got the fabric for today for Forbidden Fiber Co's Yule Ball. I'll get the first pattern tomorrow. I am assuming the floss is going to be on day 3. That's just a guess. So I don't know when I'll be able to start the Yule Ball, or once I open up the pattern, maybe it's DMCs. I don't know, but we'll see from there. Similarly with Black Needle Society's box, I know there will be patterns and full kits in there. I don't know when we're going to get those. And so the expectation is to start stitching on the patterns that are in the boxes. But in the meantime, what am I going to do to show you when I don't have anything to show you? I am going to work on the Laurel Witch by Laura Dobbs, Merry Witchmas Advent. So this is day number 1 that she already shared. So every day at 9 a.m., I believe Pacific is what she said, maybe Eastern. I don't know, sometime in the mornings, every single day, Miss Laura, who is the creative mind behind the Laurel Witch, is going to be sharing an Advent pattern with us every day for free as a thank you to the cross-stitching community for embracing her and welcoming her as a new designer. And her patterns and her witches are so adorable, and they're so cute, and I love them. So my goal for tonight will be the stitch day 1. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up with all 25 days every single day. The patterns themselves are 64 by 64 stitch wide. So in theory, it's small enough that I can, but I don't know if I'll be able to sustain it with the other projects. But for right now, the plan is to try to get day 1 done. So that's hopefully what I'll show you tomorrow. And just so that you are aware, if you're not already following the Laurel Witch on Instagram, please do. All the information will be in the show notes below. I think she's great. This is, again, a thank you gift. So every day you can go onto her blog site, download the pattern every morning. But what she is planning to do is in September of next year to release the pattern for purchase that would include the borders around the 5x5 pattern. So you can stitch this pattern up if you want, count out the 64 by 64, and you can do it across by 5, down by 5. And I have spoken with Laura via Instagram, and she has confirmed that that 64 by 64, that the whatever border she designs in between each of those pieces that will get released next September will be sufficient spacing in between everything. So rest assured, if you got a piece of fabric that's big enough that you can do that, and you'll be able to incorporate the border. She says that you should add 2 inches to the edge of that piece in order to be able to incorporate the border. So it's 320 by 320 plus an additional 2 inches on each side for the border. That's if you wish to do that. Now, I did not kit this up until yesterday, which means I don't have a piece of fabric big enough to do it has a single calendar piece. I'm going to be okay with that, because in addition to the 5x5 single piece pattern that she'll be releasing, she'll also be releasing instructions and information on how to create little bunting flags for each of these ornaments next year. And I love the idea of that. In fact, I kind of like the idea of, because this is a calendar, that that once I finish all 25 of them, that I can finish this in such a way that I can make it kind of a countdown piece where, you know, that is some kind of a wall hanging. I don't know what it's going to look like. It really just kind of depends on how the flags look and how creative I can be, but I kind of like the idea of that. So that is what I'm planning on doing. And because of that, and I still don't quite have a piece quite big enough. So I do have a 32 count flax linen from Zweigart. You're going to have to ignore, I have some stitching on the other side. So, but I did kind of block some pieces out. So I think I can get 18 of the, I'm sorry, 15. I can get 3x5 on this piece of linen. And then I have a little bit on this side that I think I can get another 4 in. And so I intentionally am picking the flax linen because I can get it again. I don't have to worry about dye lots for dyed fabric and things like that. And so for me, I feel like this is going to work. This is leftover fabric from when I did, and when you watch my regular Floss Tube videos that I'll film this weekend, you'll see the finish from the Funky Menagerie. But this is my leftover fabric from Funky Menagerie. So I'm not quite ready for, nothing is quite set up for a floss toss. Can you always, this happens to everybody, right? Like, I'm like, oh, I'm sure I got so much of the DMC. Surely I have more than, I got 4. I had 4 of the colors that are called for in this pattern. And so I had to make a run to Michael's yesterday. But there's my quasi floss toss. I just dropped the black and the white. But, so I think it will work. I think it's a good coloring choice. And we'll see how it looks tomorrow. Okay? I think that's it. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do for each of my Flossmas videos, but I want to kind of say that, one, this is a long video because I talked about plans and everything we do. I anticipate that most of these videos will run, as the Flossaweens did, about 5 to 7 minutes each. And going forward, the first one's always the longest, isn't it? And I'll leave it at that. But what I'm going to spend my next 25 days doing is, there'll be jokes here and there, just like I did in the Flossaweens. But I also wanted to talk about something that brings you joy every single day. Today, it's the joy of the Laurel Witch, working on something, the gratitude and thank you for someone being so generous with their time and designs to give us something that we can work on, all you know, with the investment of fabric and floss. And so and time, and I appreciate that very much. I hope wherever you are having a joyful time stitching. Take care, everyone.